You probably showered before watching this. Prehistoric humans never had that luxury. So they must have smelled terrible. At least, that's what everyone believes. Movies made them look filthy. Games copied the same image. Even textbooks repeated the myth. But something feels strangely wrong. Nature offered endless clean water. Cities didn't even exist yet. Smoke wasn't everywhere. Traffic didn't fill the air. Plastic clothes never trapped sweat. Fast food didn't exist either. Everything suddenly looks different. Maybe we've misunderstood them completely. So how did they stay clean? Did they ever wash themselves? The first answer surprises almost everyone. It begins beside a quiet river. Today, showers are only steps away. Our ancestors never had that convenience. Yet water surrounded much of their world. Rivers flowed through countless ancient landscapes. Lakes offered another natural refuge. Streams remained fresh throughout many seasons. Clean water wasn't actually uncommon. That changes the story immediately. Why ignore something freely available? Many probably didn't ignore it. Cooling down meant entering the water. Removing dirt happened at the same time. Bathing wasn't always a separate activity. It became part of everyday survival. Modern bathrooms simply didn't exist. Nature became the perfect bathroom instead. But water solved only one problem. Another challenge still remained. Water alone couldn't clean everything. So what replaced modern soap? Today, soap sits beside every sink. Our ancestors never had that luxury. Yet their bodies still collected dirt. So how did they remove it? The answer wasn't hidden inside caves. It surrounded them every single day. Wet sand worked surprisingly well. Rough hands scrubbed away stubborn dirt. Smooth stones helped clean hardened skin. Clay absorbed grease surprisingly effectively. Wood ash offered another unexpected solution. Nature became their cleaning toolkit. Nothing came from a factory. Everything came from the wild. Simple never meant ineffective. Experience mattered more than technology. But clean skin wasn't everything. Another problem stayed much longer. Everyone eventually noticed the smell. So, did they actually stink? Everyone assumes the answer is yes. But body odor isn't that simple. Sweat itself smells surprisingly little. Tiny bacteria create most body odor. Those bacteria need perfect conditions. Warm, damp skin helps them thrive. Modern clothing traps sweat for hours. Animal hides breathed very differently. Life happened almost entirely outdoors. Fresh air constantly surrounded them. Strong winds dried sweaty skin quickly. Sunlight naturally reduced many microbes. Their environment changed everything. Their diet changed even more. Processed foods never existed then. Sugary drinks weren't even imaginable. Could that affect body odor? Modern science suggests it might. The real surprise comes next. Your smell may be stronger. Think about yesterday's lunch. Now imagine eating completely differently. Our ancestors never tasted processed food. They never drank sugary sodas. Artificial flavors simply didn't exist. Fast food never tempted anyone. Most meals came straight from nature. Fresh meat spoiled very quickly. Wild plants filled many meals. Clean water remained their main drink. Their bodies processed different nutrients. That changed body chemistry completely. Body chemistry influences natural odor. Modern studies continue exploring that connection. But food wasn't the only factor. Their daily movement mattered too. They rarely stayed indoors. Their lifestyle shaped their bodies. One surprising detail still remains. Their clothes changed everything. Now think about your own clothes. You probably changed them this morning. Our ancestors couldn't do that. Many owned only a few garments. Most clothing came from animal hides. Others wore woven plant fibers. Nothing came from modern factories. Nothing contained synthetic materials. Today's fabrics often trap moisture. Sweat stays against your skin. That's perfect for odor-causing bacteria. Ancient clothing behaved very differently. Natural materials breathed far better. Wind helped dry them quickly. Sunlight naturally dried damp hides. Fresh air surrounded them constantly. But clothes weren't the whole story. Another hidden source still remained. It grew directly on their bodies. Their hair tells another story. Now imagine skipping every modern haircut. That's exactly how many ancestors lived. Long hair didn't automatically mean dirt. Nature constantly exposed their bodies. Rain washed away loose dust. Rivers rinsed tangled hair naturally. Hands removed leaves and debris. Simple tools helped untangle knots. Appearance mattered inside every tribe. Looking healthy built social trust. Neglect could invite serious problems. Parasites spread surprisingly fast. Everyone wanted to avoid them. Clean habits became surprisingly practical. But one challenge never disappeared. Tiny insects found perfect hiding places. Some survived deep inside thick hair. Others spread between family members. Could they stop those pests? Their solution was unexpectedly clever. Lice became everyone's unwanted companion. Even today, they still exist. Our ancestors knew them well. Ignoring them wasn't an option. Tiny bites quickly became unbearable. Constant scratching wasted precious energy. Families checked each other's hair. Care became a daily routine. Fingers removed unwanted visitors patiently. Simple combs made the job easier. Some tools came from carved bone. Others were crafted from wood. Cleaning became a shared responsibility. Healthy tribes survived far better. Even children learned these habits. Nobody enjoyed living with parasites. But insects weren't the greatest threat. Something much smaller caused greater danger. Nobody could even see it. Modern science finally revealed the answer. The greatest danger wasn't always visible. Nobody knew bacteria even existed. Microscopes wouldn't appear for millennia. Yet invisible life surrounded everyone. Some microbes protected healthy skin. Others caused dangerous infections. Clean water reduced many risks. Flowing rivers rarely stayed contaminated long. Fresh air also made differences. Crowded cities didn't exist yet. Today's subways pack thousands together. Ancient families lived far apart. Diseases spread much more slowly. Distance became unexpected protection. Nature offered surprising advantages. But survival still demanded caution. One mistake could prove deadly. Especially after serious injuries. Everything depended on wound care. And that's where things change. Imagine getting injured without any hospital. No ambulance could rescue you. No antibiotics had been discovered. Even small cuts became frightening. Stopping bleeding came first. Clean water became incredibly valuable. Many wounds needed careful washing. Dirt often caused bigger problems. Some plants eased painful swelling. Others may have slowed infections. Generations shared useful knowledge carefully. Experience often meant survival. Not every treatment actually worked. Some probably made things worse. Nature offered help, not miracles. Luck still decided many outcomes. Surviving serious injuries remained difficult. But wounds weren't their biggest challenge. Every single day brought another battle. It started with finding food. Imagine running for hours every day. Our ancestors often had no choice. Hunting demanded incredible physical endurance. Sweat covered their bodies constantly. Today, we'd probably feel uncomfortable. They simply kept moving forward. But sweat wasn't the real problem. Fresh sweat barely has any smell. Bacteria create most unpleasant odors. Sweat only feeds those bacteria. Modern clothes trap moisture longer. Airflow outdoors dries skin faster. Nature worked differently back then. Their environment changed the outcome. Still, one mystery remained. What happened after the hunt? They couldn't just shower instantly. Yet they still cleaned themselves. Not with soap or shampoo. Their routine might surprise you. Now compare them with yourself. You spend most days indoors. Air conditioners keep everything comfortable. Synthetic clothes trap heat daily. Processed food fills many meals. Stress follows people almost everywhere. Our ancestors lived very differently. Fresh air surrounded every journey. Natural foods dominated every meal. Movement filled nearly every hour. Their lifestyle shaped their bodies. Ours shapes ours differently. Scientists still study these differences. No simple answer exists today. But one idea keeps growing. Cleanliness means more than bathing. Lifestyle changes everything. Environment changes everything too. Perhaps we've judged them unfairly. But one myth still remains. The hunt finally came to an end. A tired hunter carried fresh meat home. His children spotted him first. They ran across the open grass. Everyone smiled with quiet relief. But nobody started eating immediately. The hunter walked toward the river. Dust covered his arms completely. Mud clung beneath his legs. Cool water washed everything away. His children splashed beside him. Laughter echoed across the riverbank. Nobody called it bath time. It simply happened every evening. Cleaning blended into ordinary life. Just like washing your hands today. Different world. Same human instinct. But rivers weren't always nearby. So what happened then? Not every journey found fresh water. Some land stayed dry for weeks. Rivers sometimes disappeared completely. Waiting wasn't always possible. Bodies still collected dust. Sweat still covered skin. So they adapted once again. Dry grass brushed away loose dirt. Soft sand removed stubborn sweat. Fine clay absorbed oily skin. Clean leaves wiped muddy hands. Nature offered another solution. Nothing came from a supermarket. Everything came from experience. Survival rewarded careful observation. Generation taught the next generation. Knowledge became their greatest tool. Not every trick survived forever. One habit lasted thousands of years. You still practice it today. So, were prehistoric humans truly dirty? The honest answer isn't simple. They lacked modern bathrooms. They lacked bottled shampoo. They lacked factory-made soap. Yet they understood their environment. They trusted flowing rivers. They trusted clean rainwater. They trusted nature's simple tools. Clean meant something different then. Today's standards didn't exist. Their standards fit their world. Perhaps we've judged them unfairly. Movies rarely tell this story. History quietly tells another. They weren't perfectly clean. Neither are we today. Every generation solves problems differently. Perhaps humans never stopped adapting. And cleanliness evolved with us.